Hmm. Good morning on a beautiful Sunday morning, the 21st of August. That's what it is here in Port Elliot, South Australia. And I'm Ros Boundy Psychic Medium, bringing to you the daily LENORMAND card spread readings. And good morning to Caitlin. Yeah, quick off the mark this morning. Lovely to see you here. Now, what I'm going to do this morning is put the link for Buy Me a Coffee in the stream where it can go so that I don't forget, basically. And then we'll get into the readings. And that, as you can see, it's a cup of tea, but that's because it's the tea leaf readings that I do. Just a little demo on that. So there we go for that link, and I'll hide that now. And welcome to everyone, even in the replay, because I know that there's some that like to sleep in on a Sunday morning and enjoy their relax mode, which is quite a thing because I just don't seem to be able to do that. Not sleep-ins, it's hard. I was up at 5:30, so I was awake. Tried to sleep in, up at 6. Woke up at 5:30 and was up at 6. It just doesn't work for me, sleeping in. So here we go from Keza as well. Good morning. I hope your weekend is a little at ease compared to what you've had over the last few weeks with your workload. Wow. So there we go. And we've got Caitlin saying, yeah, you kind of fell asleep very early last night. Till now, yeah, jeepers, can't sleep much more, I don't think. Yeah, actually cuddled with you the whole time. Oh, lovely, JC. I had peanuts on the bed, not last night, the night before. But the thing is, she loved it, loved the cuddle, but she gets up in the middle of the night and wants to jump off, and she's not really meant to be doing that sort of thing. Not that it's going to matter for much longer, but it's just that that beautiful time was so precious. And she did jump off and went crash. But anyway, it was a nice time. Take the time to spend with your fur babies as much as you can, is what I'm getting. Because, yes, certainly it is limited. They do move on before we do in most cases, don't they? So, and I'd be doing the buy me a coffee for me, saying, oh, look, it's not with the pressure. There's some other little mini reading options in there as well as just the buy me a coffee. But I love me coffee. I drink it by the bucket, so I need a fair supply. I actually received some of my barista door coffee beans over last week. They got delivered. So I'm really looking forward to cracking those packets because there's some decaf options as well as full strength, and it's a beautiful flavored coffee bean. So, and with my DeLonghi, like the machine, it crushes the beans fresh and it makes a really good cup of coffee doing that. I'm so pleased I actually had the opportunity to source and purchase one that has that, the top that you can put the beans in rather than pre-ground. So there we go. Now, Keza, you're saying what that relaxes and sleep. Yes. I think there might be a bit of a typo there. Yeah, but the relaxing and sleep is you've got big beds tomorrow, 16. Wow. Hey, and that's all good, isn't it? You're sorry to hear that. Yeah, you hear me. That they can be a little naughty. But that's part of the fun of spending the time with our fur babies, isn't it? They're just such little characters, or big characters, whichever way, and they're all individual, just like us. And I do believe, yeah, you agree. I do believe we are perfectly matched with the right fur baby. They choose us, we choose them for a reason. So yum. Yeah, does it have caramel? No, it's just plain coffee bean flavors and in the varying degrees of decaf to full strength. They're lovely. It's a roast that the owner of the barista door, has done for 12 years. I asked him how long he'd been doing it for. Oh, whoops, hit the wrong button. We're here. We're over at the cards. So certainly let your friends know. Sorry about that. That was quick, wasn't it? Certainly let your friends know. I've just taken that off so we can see the screen clearly. We have only 3 cards, but we also have the 3 charms matched with it this morning. Spirit suggested I do the charms as well, so I did. Tap into your spiritual connections. Get your guides assisting you to learn and become more familiar with connecting, well, automatically, but when you want to. You can leave it on automatically as such. I've got to sneeze. Oh, goodness, excuse me. That was sudden. Now I've got tears in my eyes from that. You know how it works? Oh, goodness. So you can leave it go automatically, but certainly you can turn a switch on and off if you really feel you need that break from connection with spirit. Now, there's the mini instruction. With me hitting those buttons too quick, wasn't it? So there we go. Yes, absolutely it is. It's the good luck right at the start. Oh, thank you, Caitlin. I love that. Bless you. Thank you. I am using the Rana George LENORMAND deck, and it's a beautiful cover even on this deck of cards. So there we've got it. If you want to purchase that, I think where I was sourcing mine, it was either Amazon or it was Booktopia. Because I'm Australian, I do prefer to support Australian local as much as possible. And Booktopia, I think, is an Australian-owned store. I could be proven wrong, doesn't matter. Purchase where you feel if you want to. I don't have any affiliate links or anything to any of those. It's not my big thing, affiliate links, etc. Well, it is to solve software. Anyway, that's something else. Here we go with our cards. We've got just the 3, as I mentioned. It's the clover. Oh, my goodness. I'm having a bit of trouble of getting my voice out. Oh, maybe I started too early. Excuse me. There we go. And good morning from Michaela as well. I will get started in a minute. I've still got the tickle in my throat. I can feel it rising. It's like a bubble in the back. Oh, goodness. So good morning, Michaela. And there we go from Caitlin. Well said. Thank you. Michaela saying, yeah, you think it's Aussie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I reckon I do type in booktopia.com.au when I do it, and there's not another option. I've never tried with just straight.com, you know. It's an assumption, isn't it? So, Caitlin, yes, it is Sunday, so relax and take it easy. Well, I'm not going to rush through it. I have Peanuts at my feet. She was. Yeah, she is. Just a little bit over there. And starting to be allergy time. Yes, there's a lot of posts that I've noticed that are actually on, Facebook or Instagram, somewhere that I saw it, because I do flip through it every morning to put my card photo, you know, that we're seeing. Where am I? There. Right, I put the photo of the daily cards in each of my social media places. So I've been seeing that is the canola crops already flowering. And I sort of thought, I wasn't aware, because I don't go out driving in the countryside much at all. I wasn't aware it was that close to spring. And I've noticed, yes, when I was taking Peanuts to the vet in Adelaide, that it was the blossoms on the trees, cherry trees or almond trees. So I sort of knew, but you don't remember until we're actually experiencing symptoms, I suppose. Not that I get allergies, I don't, but obviously there is the pollen tickling somewhere. Yes, and yet don't miss springtime. So you get the allergies, do you, Caitlin? Anyway, we're here for the cards. Let's get into them, because we have got the good luck card. We've got the clover. We've got the young man. And we have the clouds. as you can see, there's a bit of continuity from the young man to what seems to be the older man in there, and I think it's the King of Clubs. I'm not 100% sure. Not got a crown. I'd have to look at another deck to see what that correlation is, but it's still that masculine energy flowing through with this, right? So with that, you do, Michaela, get the allergies. Oh, what's it called? Hay fever, isn't it? Some years I do, some I don't. So, it just all depends. And Caitlin, oh, thank you. Yeah, big hugs to Peanuts as well. Yes, life is what it is, isn't it? We're very blessed to have our fur babies as long as we do, as long as we can. And I feel so, so lucky today just to have that time with family, because Tony surprised me yesterday by he arrived, pulled in up with a car, and we've got Russell here as well, so it's all good. So there's a lot of energy moving, shifting through that is bringing in that good luck energy. It's really connecting things together in that bigger picture as well. And good morning to you, Shaz. Coffee in hand. Yes, I've had my, well, as you saw, some of you may have seen, yes, I've got my coffee in hand. This a cup. Have a look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. And it is on the other side. This one is the Harry Potter branding on it. I bought it at Woolworths a while back. I saw the owl, didn't realise it's the Harry Potter one, but I love it anyway. Beautiful cup and nice size for coffee. So there you go. And yes, you missed the start, Kim, but that's okay. I don't take down any of the videos, so you can watch it from the start again if you so desire. It's a bit of rambling, sort of. It's just a little intro, of course. And Tony is the young man. He is the young man. I'm not going to tell everybody it's his birthday tomorrow. And Keza, you get hay fever, but it goes into asthma. Oh, yes, I feel for you. Asthma's not easy. I've never had it, but I have witnessed it. So take care of yourselves, each and every one of you. What we've got is good energy flow, though. So it's a bit of a cleansing out as well here. And Caitlin, every time you see owls, you think of me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just love owls. And me, Ramble, yeah. Used to be called Waffle and Roslyn. Waffle and Rosie, whatever, it doesn't matter. Things we pick up from when we're kids, isn't it? So I've always had a good voice, I think. He cares, yes. So bring it in. Let the energy flow. It really is bringing in this good flow of energy, and it with a bit more of that masculine, the masculine being more the doing, practical sense of that side of who we are. But it also, because it's the clouds here that it's moving through, that energy, clouds really do dissipate, though. They don't last forever, so it's temporary. So anything that might seem to be dark and cloudy and it's blowing through. It's actually clearing through today. So by the end of the day, you'll feel cleansed. You'll feel like that energy really has shifted through you. What I sensed with this, because there we've got also the butterfly, the world, and scissors. And it felt to me as I saw that combination when the charms were placed, that it really is an energy shift as well on that global level, that it's not just us in isolation, even though the young man is lounging on his cushions and that, the hookah pipe or whatever that is, it's relaxation. It's really spending time by self, contemplating in whatever way that you need to rest and relax. Perfect for a Sunday. But it's also that we consider on that global level of shifting, putting thought to even our thoughts about what is the world situation. It's not to worry about it. It's putting in the energy that's going to cleanse out that is what we feel is, it's cutting out. It's shifting our thoughts from what is the negative, what is the dark, into that's going to bring in that luck, that shift into the positives. It starts with us. Here we've got that central energy of that world view, that world understanding, that we're needing to put our own be the change you want to see. Put that into our thoughts on that and put it in as our global desires, as what we would like to see for all of humanity. Peace, love, sharing without wars, being helpful to each other as neighbours, loving neighbours, not those that want to compete with each other and fight all the time. It's that sort of energy. I almost feel like the scissors there is cut out the bullshit's what I'm getting in my head at the moment. Cut out the bullshit and really start to think, we're not in isolation, even though we are resting here in calm and serenity and as ourself. It is that connection that we have with that global energy, and we're needing to actually help it shift through, shine its beauty, shine that, that this change that is from the caterpillar to the butterfly, the energy it's bringing in of shifting it to the positive, cut out what's not needed, and really have that cleansing effect as we're moving through our day to day. So that's what I'm feeling as I'm reading through these cards this morning. So there we go. And Shaz, in reference to what we did as a quiz yesterday, Ros the Connector. Yeah, it probably is. I haven't fully finished watching that one yet, Shaz. My computer did another thing and I had to reset everything again. So it's looking like there may be a shift in machines and technology that I'm going to be using at some point soon. Who knows? We'll see how that reorganises. So yes, you love the cleansing cards. I'm looking at them and thinking, wow, I really like the energy of them, and the fact that it is that's not just isolating. It is connecting us. Here we are connected. There we've got the Ace of Hearts as well. It's the first of what we're going to bring into that world connection that we are, that humanity, the energy that we are hooked into. We are all joined in together with this. Like we had the tree the other day in the Mother Earth connection networking. Here we've got it on that global level of just, well, it's very air related, isn't it? Here, well, clover do grow in the ground, of course. But it's the air energy. Air energy is connected to intelligence as well. And we're needing to use that in how we're going to shift that energy, cut out the BS, and really put out that love, that unconditional love. And I think sometimes that's what we do forget. Now, hang on, where am I up to here? If only Ros. I'm not sure what that one was for, Michaela, but I like all of the comments because they're always so fun. It's a really great way to see how each of us is thinking at times, isn't it? And you can relate to that. The neighbour's moved house now, thank goodness. Wonderful. And by silly people, yes, silly people. And Sandra, good morning, Sandra. Lovely to see you here. Care, respect, and honour. Cut out the narrow-mindedness. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it too. It's narrow-mindedness. Yeah. Oh, thank you for that thought. Yeah. Good one, Sandra. So thank you, because you are a reader as well, aren't you? And thank you to Keza, from Keza, to Keza too. Thank you. And from Keza to each of us, and to have an amazing day. So I agree. Thank you, each and every one. Oh, hang on. I haven't shifted around to that, have I? Still on the cards. Thank you, each and every one of you. It is lovely to have all these beautiful comments. And it's one of those things. Sorry, I'll shut up now. I actually think that really it's what's going through my mind at the moment is, as you've written that, you'll shut up now. In our younger years, there would have been many times where you were told, shut up, whatever you're saying isn't important, because we were children, because we were a child, or, there wasn't a value placed on what our contribution might have been because we were too young. And I think sometimes, well, I do know from my own experience that, like Shaz was saying, I just got to put that one up, me rambling on or whatever it was. I had a good example with my dad being a very good talker. So there wasn't in the younger years, there was a lot of times where, yes, I would be told, shush, not the right time. You get that impression that it's not important, whatever you're speaking about. Sometimes it might not be, but it still is. Don't let someone else shut off your voice. If there's something that you really do feel that you need to be speaking, then speak up and say it in the vein of you are valued. What you have to say is important to someone, even if it's just to yourself. And needing to actually have that voiced out there, it's putting energy through all spaces and places. And even if it's only one other person, that actually means something too, that they hear it as an aside, or and it's like when you have conversations at times in cafes with friends and that type of thing. You pick up something that someone else has said, you've heard it because it's a part of a message you need to hear, sort of. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So with I'm trying to, here's me rambling on. Shaz, you're quite right. So there you go. And Michaela, absolutely. I love the sharing of the people on here too. It's why I keep coming back every morning. I love the sharing. I love the connecting. I love that bringing forward of what might be an important message to you. Even if it's only my intuitive sense around it, that doesn't matter, because you're going to pick up the understanding as you're meant to. It's that type of thing. They are beautiful cards, aren't they? So there you go. So I'll leave it there. And Kim, thank you. It's another day of sorting and reorganising K's and your storage for a move. Oh, it's exciting. I know. I've still got stuff to unpack from here. Now I've arrived and I've been here 2 years again. That sort of stuff. Have fun, because it can be a very slow slog if there's especially sentimental stuff you don't want to get rid of. But it's a good opportunity to clear the stuff you no longer need. Absolutely. So you've got so many tears. Thank you, Ros. Oh, thank you, Caitlin. Thank you. And so right, Sandra, children really do give us amazing insights. Sharing our thoughts, even the jocularity. Yes, that's a wonderful word. Love it. Thank you. Oh, I love seeing the older words. You don't see that very often. Thank you. And you guys make me feel important. Your words being heard. Thank you to all. We all have a voice to use. There are times where we do probably need to discern when it's the right time to say something, but don't close off and block what your message is. We are who we are for a reason, okay? Yes, have a great sunny day to everyone. And it is Sunday. We need that reminder, don't we? And from Michaela, a lovely sunny day. Have a wonderful day. Oh, happy birthday to Tony. I will be telling him that tomorrow. And big hugs to me and Peanuts, to us and Peanuts. Yes, thank you. Thank you. And hugs indeed. Yeah, thank you. I've really appreciated all the love I have received, and I know Peanuts has as well. It was amazing to have a session with a wonderful animal communication person who taps in and actually speaks with your pets, with your animals. Her name's Dagmar. I think it's called animalcommunications.com. If you ever feel you need to actually speak with your loved pets, here living or even passed over, I knew that I just needed to have that conversation with her, and I wasn't in the right emotional frame of mind to connect with her myself personally. So it's well worth it. So have a look at that too. About the same as how much is it? I can't remember. There was various prices for whether you had 1, 2 or 3 animals. So have a look at that. Look, if I knew it off the top of my head, I'll go and look for it and put it in the post afterward, in the chat afterwards, okay? And it's about the same as the readings that I do. I think it's a little less. I just can't remember, but it was worth it. I found that connection was well worth it for me and Peanuts. So she was able to speak to me in that way. I haven't yet, Sandra. Dagmar does have cards there, so no, I haven't done, but I saw them and thought, yes, I think I will, but I haven't got around to that. So if you can, well, I don't know what sort of device you're on. If you've got a website, you can pop it in there. And there you go. You're like, Big Kev, you're excited. Clapping hands in playful excitement. Yes. So there we go. Now, I think I've got... No, Keza, what did you say there? Remind me of my times for 25 years was not allowed to speak. Yeah. And I think too... yeah, all of us have something to say. We are being who we are, and most of us actually do have a voice. And even those who are mute and can't actually speak because of lack of vocal cords or injury or whatever, there is other ways to communicate, to still bring out your voice in artworks, in dramatics, as far as drama, acting, and the way that we express ourselves in writing. In many, many ways, we do have a voice. It doesn't have to be vocal, but it certainly helps in the instant factor like this. But I certainly probably could, even the sign language for those who are deaf that can't actually hear the voices. So I haven't learnt the Auslan. I'd like to, but you've got to put time to it and dedicate a little bit of practice. And being by myself, I haven't got that yet, most of the time by myself. Anyway, look, that's all for future, isn't it? Yeah, that's the thought, isn't it? Doing this sign language. Anyway, good work. Let it all out. Yeah, there's a lot more of me that I can let out too. You left now. Loving life. Yes. Yeah. And that sometimes is the step. If there's change like the cards were suggesting, it is a global change as well. The energetics that are universal energy are also changing. So it is really being in sync and being in tune with ourselves and connected to our spiritual guidance to help us along with it, isn't it? So good for everyone, absolutely good for cares, and it's all been, things do work out as they're meant to. And thank you, Sandra, too, for that great contribution as far as, I love that word, jocularity, but also that little interpretation that you'd put to the cards too. And I welcome anyone else to put theirs in here as we're chatting as well. But it's coming up to the half hour. I probably better go and have some breakfast and a little bit more time with Peanuts. Looks like it's a beautiful morning, so we'll more than likely go down the beach to have our walk this morning. She made it up the path to the top of the beach, but we might actually go down to the sand today. So thank you, and thank you to everyone. So there we go. Keep being the best you that you can be, and we'll see you tomorrow morning around the 8 o'clock. And namaste.